Hello, everyone. I'm Bobtheorc, and tonight we are going to continue our conversation about the lessons of Miyamoto Musashi. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Musashi was quite the ladies' man. Everybody loved them some badass samurai warrior, and he had some great dating advice. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, Musashi says, do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Now, what does he mean by that? Because we all know that love is very important. And love and lust are natural desires that we feel towards one another. But love and lust also cause people to make foolish decisions. I know that from my experience, nearly every stupid thing that I've ever done was done either from a place of greed or a place of desire or in pursuit of the love of a woman. And all three of those aspects, all three of those are things that Musashi warns us against. Now, that's not to say that you don't want to love other people. Of course, we want to love other people. But you don't want that to be your primary guiding uh, decision making force. So, one of the common themes of Musashi's teachings is to be true to your purpose. And this is why you don't, so love is important, but you don't want it to be the primary focus. Uh, people people will often use love as a weapon against those they wish to control. If you look at a lot of manipulative people out there, they'll use seduction or a desire for love, and exploit loneliness and exploit weaknesses in somebody to gain benefit from them, and create a bad situation. So by staying true to your purpose, by being true to yourself, even while in pursuit of love, that keeps you out of a lot of trouble. And when you think about it, the dating game, has been going on since, people wanted to hook up and get with each other, which is basically forever. And there's a short-term dating game versus a long-term approach. And really, what I think Musashi is warning against is the short-term approach. Certainly a lustfulness, oh, that person's hot, I want them badly, and chasing after them, that's going to cause you to make a lot of bad decisions. Or I'm lonely, I want someone to love me. Chasing after somebody like that, that's not a good reason either. So, to start with, you want to be self-contained, and you want to be a complete individual. The reason you love somebody is because it's going to be a reciprocal situation. You love them, they love you, and together you are more than the sum of your two individual parts. And I think Musashi's advocating for a long-term approach. You want to be a good person. You want to walk the path that is appropriate to you, walk the path that you've chosen. And you want to stay true to yourself, and this makes you very attractive to other people. The reason Musashi was a desirable man was because he was true to himself and he was just a total badass. And if you look at the people in your life, you have some playboys who go around and chase women, and they're smooth talkers, and they might get a little bit of action here and there, but long term, they generally don't amount to much. And the people who are truly happy in life are the ones who are true to their purpose, and they find a mate who is true to their purpose as well. And this creates a more honest relationship, I guess you would say. Now, in my own personal experience, I find that women tend to prefer a man who's doing something with his life, not just playboying around, not just chasing other women, right? If you want a long-term match, Musashi was very traditional. He had a wife, he had children. If you're looking for that long-term situation, the kind of woman you want is going to want a serious guy. And if you're a woman, I would imagine that the kind of guy you want is going to want a serious woman. I know in my life, I tend to the women that I desire the most are the ones who would be very good teammates for me. People who would really have a synergy in our life, right? That's what I'm looking for. And whenever I've gotten into trouble in the past, oh, our campfire went out. Let's go make another one. Whenever I've gotten into trouble in the past, it's because I have put aside who I am. I've deviated from my path to blindly chase after some woman, either through a desire for lust or a desire for love, but either way I deviated from my path. And so there's a balance in all things, and we want to achieve this balance. So, like I said, loving somebody is definitely a good thing, right? You want to love each other. Loving each other is really kind of the foundation of all human civilization. Love and family and all these traditional human interactions. This is the foundation of civilization. So by all means, we want to love each other, but that can't be your primary driving factor. Chasing after a mate, if that's your primary factor. I know these two people, and they were good friends of mine, and their biggest goal in life was just to find somebody else to be with. And even though they were completely incompatible with one another, she was the first woman who paid serious attention to him. He was the first man who paid serious attention to her. They dated very briefly. They got together almost immediately. And it turned out to be a train wreck, and they were both miserable, and they eventually had a divorce. And the reason is that neither of them were true to themselves. They chased the desire for love instead of being true to themselves and then letting love happen. You certainly want to allow love to happen. You want to embrace love when you find it. But the best relationships that I've been in were when I was being true to my purpose, I was being true to myself and following my natural path, following my chosen path. And the woman respected me and appreciated me for who I was, and I respected her and appreciated her for who she was, and we built a true love, and it just sort of naturally happened. We didn't force it, we didn't chase after each other through some foolish purpose. We just let it happen naturally, and we were true to ourselves, because you don't want to lessen yourself. You don't want to be fake in order to try and land somebody, because it just won't work. You need to always be genuine. And Musashi knew that, and now you do too. So I hope this helps. Please share this video with your friends. I thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you appreciate this kind of content. And don't be assholes to each other, because that's important. Thank you, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.